Sorry about all that. I kind of lost control of my mouse there. I think we got it all under control now. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Knights of the Thorn Gaming, and another episode of Retro Games Tuesday, where currently we are taking a nice long look at Knights of the Old Republic 2 Sith Lords. It's a modded playthrough, very casual. We're just kind of going through, having a little bit of fun. The difficulty is set as high as it can go, but that's because of the modded nature of the game. It's really not making it that much tougher because of everything else going on. So don't get the impression because the difficulty is set on max that it is particularly challenging. It can be, but for the most part it's not. Casual. So, when we last left our intrepid heroes, we were just about to board the Harbinger. No foreshadowing at all there. And see if we can get these drift charts and escape on our ship that is currently stuck in a landing bay. So, without further ado, let's get back into this. Right, so I forgot to mention, real quick, we are currently using a lightsaber and a blaster rifle. It is worth mentioning that normally you would not be able to lightsaber this early in the game. That's part of the modded nature of it. I'm able to create them at the workbench as long as I have the proper number of components. So, which I think is still reasonably high, but it's not so high that you're not able to make one this early. So, anyway. And as far as the blaster rifle goes, here's a little secret that they don't necessarily share with you. There is nothing more dangerous than a Jedi with a blaster. See, in the Star Wars universe, they try to convince you that they use lightsabers because it's more civilized, but really it's because they would just never lose if they used blasters. Try to imagine, if you will, the devastating full auto firepower of a blaster rifle with the accuracy and precision of somebody with a sniper rifle, because that's what force speed would really allow for. You could have a single Jedi reduce a battlefield to ashes in minutes because they can fire faster and more accurately than anybody else, and yeah, it's just insane. And it does translate into this game to a degree. When we get closer to end game, I'll switch over to a dual blaster setup and show you just how insane it is. It's pretty gross. Alright, let's get back into it.
We've been diverted from Onderon to the Outer Rim. There's not enough ships out there, and we're already hard-pressed to keep patrolling the regions under our jurisdiction. I'm afraid we're going to lose it all. There's just not enough ships and too much territory to cover. We're still rebuilding from the war with Malak, and sometimes I wonder if we'll ever recover. Still, we have our orders, and the Republic's put the highest priority on this mission. Looks like the trouble on Onderon will have to wait. As ordered, we've picked up the passengers from the Outer Rim and have made quarters for them. Once aboard, we've plotted a course for Telos. We expect to arrive within 10 standard days, provided there's no mishaps. I've been ordered to give the passenger no special treatment, nor make any indication of his identity. I have some reservations about turning the Harbinger into a passenger liner, but the orders were clear. Whoever this passenger is, he's got diplomatic level priority, whether he knows it or not. We picked up a distress signal and are sending a message to the Republic for permission to investigate. We have also transmitted the damaged vessel's ID signature to the Republic. According to the message, it's being pursued by Sith forces. There's no match for the vessel in our databanks, but the profile of the distress signal suggests it's a stock freighter of some kind. We'll only know for sure when we arrive, and we'll find out if the signal's genuine or a trap. We wanted to check with you, sir, before diverting course from Telos. There appears to be some battle that has taken place in the sector, and we've received a distress signal.
You have permission to divert course, Captain. If there's a Sith presence in the region, I want you to investigate. The ID signature on the freighter, did you get confirmation on it?
Yes, sir. We did not have the vessel listed in our databanks, so we transmitted the code to you. Was there a match?
There was, Captain. If you find any trace of that vessel, even wreckage, I want it.
Yes, sir.
After you've investigated the sector, resume course to Telos with the passenger. It is of the highest importance that he reach Telos.
Yes, sir. I'll make sure he arrives intact.
Good hunting, Captain. Admiral Onasi out.
Sometimes I wonder if the right hand of the Republic knows what the left hand is doing. I'm always being kept in the...
Query. You sent for me, Captain.
Yes, I need you to check on the passenger again, see if there's anything he needs. Try not to be too obvious about it. His safety is our top concern.
Statement. I shall use the utmost discretion, Captain. As always, it is my pleasure to serve.
This shall not stop us for long.
So one thing worth mentioning, if you've never played this game before, is this connection you have to Kreia. Whenever she's in your party, any force ability that you use or she uses applies to both of you, which it definitely has its advantages, but it only affects her and you, and it only works when she's in your party. And you'll see why that makes it so it doesn't benefit you all that much, but it does benefit you. But anyway, proceeding on.
have taken on passengers to Telos?
Sir, we've just received an emergency broadcast. A freighter under attack by Sith forces.
Can you get an ID on the ship?
Yes, sir. We have its ID signature. It's not in our databanks, but its profile suggests some low-stock freighter. Says it's being hit hard by a Sith warship. Sir?
I'll need to confirm with command before we move to intercept. Report.
The Sith warship is empty, sir. We attached an umbilical and sent 3 strike teams through it, and there's no sign of a crew or its commander.
There's no one on board? What about the escape pods?
They're still in their berths, sir. This place, it's empty. It's like a ghost ship.
Then who was firing at the freighter?
We don't know, sir. The freighter's empty, too. We did a clean sweep and nothing except a lone T3 unit, badly damaged. Did you still want it tractor beamed to the Harbinger?
Search the freighter and the warship one more time. If they're clean, then we'll tractor the freighter over.
Yes, sir.
No idea why the Admiral thought that freighter worth all the effort, but we'll find out.
Everyone on the Ebon Hawk was dead, sir. We're starting autopsies within the hour.
What about that Sith corpse we retrieved from the warship?
We haven't had a chance to fully examine it, sir. He looks human, but he's fractured in several places.
Then keep me posted. Something's wrong here, and I want to know where all those Sith on the warship went. We're still experiencing a problem with the communications array, and now maintenance is telling me there's a cascade failure in the weapons.
Sir, I just picked up an unusual sound from MedLab.
I have come for the Jedi.
What the hell was that?
Sir, I don't know. Communications just got cut.
Send a security team to MedLab, now!
The plot thickens. It's a nice starfield. Very nice.
All of them. Time to take you down to stop.
So one of the ways that you can use the benefit of Kreia in your party is by switching her and then just using whatever force powers you want so that you don't have to pay the force cost for them.
I hear you.
Super useful.
I hear you. I hear you.
Just say the word.
Yes.
Now, the hope here is if I start working on At now, there is a possibility to turn him into a Jedi later. I don't remember how hard it is to do, but I do remember that if you work at him leveling-wise for certain abilities, you can turn him into what I was talking about earlier, which is essentially a Jedi gunman, and he is just devastating in a party. But yeah, we'll see if I can work that out. It's still a long way off, so...
Are you all right?
This was your room? When?
We do not have much time. Whatever you intend to do, do it quickly.
Everyone down!
I will silence this one. Focus. Fallen. Let us end this. Yes.
Something's wrong. Ever since we picked up that Sith firefight in the region, crewmen haven't been reporting for their shifts, and I can't reach people on the comm. The strange thing is, I keep feeling like someone's watching us here in the ship, but I can't see anyone. I don't like this. Checking the survivor from the Sith vessel. I'm not sure whether he's alive or dead, or what's even keeping him together. His flesh is cracked and scarred, and I'm registering several thousand fractures in his skeleton, as if each bone was splintered repeatedly over time, then put back together. Judging from the scar tissue, I believe these wounds took place before his death. If so, he must have been in constant pain. I have no idea what's been keeping him together. This is the medical officer. The soldiers sent to the medical bay have just died. I don't know where the subject went. I think he's gone to find more of the crew. With him are Sith. They just appeared right out of thin air, like they were wearing stealth generators, but I think they were always on board. When we stopped to pick up that freighter, they must have come on board the Harbinger. I have no idea how many are on the ship. There could be only a few, or as many as 100. And with communications cut off, we can't call for help. I think that thing in the tank was a Sith Lord, alive the whole time, waiting for something to wake him up.
Dun 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 dun.
I hear you.
Alright, so in the future, when we get something better to use as a helmet, we'll swap this out, which will take away that immunity to poison, but then we can swap this out and gain our immunity to poison back, and gain an extra constitution point, which is always good. We will lose our immunity to critical hits, which is pretty good, but not a whole lot of things critically, and they definitely don't do it like several times in a row usually, so it's not like a game changer. It definitely helps, so especially in the beginning of the game, keep you from dying when the difficulty's high, so we shouldn't really need it going forward, but we'll wait till after we have a better helmet before we take it off.
I will silence this one. Fallen.
I have a bad feeling about this. Don't you feel it? Something's gonna get real wrong real quick. Alright, but don't say I didn't warn you. Trust me, when it comes to staying alive, I'm rarely wrong about these things.
I have come for the Jedi.
This battle is mine alone. I am not defenseless.
He cannot kill what he cannot see, and power has blinded him long ago. Run! I shall be along shortly.
Right, because not being able to see things has ever been an inhibitor for Jedi. So one thing that's kind of important when it comes to this game and putting stuff on things, anything that says it makes something keen means that it doubles its critical threat range from like 19 to 20 to 17 to 20 or even more. Making things keen, always a good idea, and probably better than anything else you could do to that weapon, so something to keep in mind when you're modifying things.
Tell me you're joking. We are not going to cross back into the Peragus facility through the fuel line. That's crazy.
All right, but I know I'm going to regret this.
I sense you, my master. Faint, weak.
Your senses betray you, as you betrayed me.
After all that's happened, still you live. You are difficult to kill.
For one as limited as you, perhaps. To have fallen so far and learned nothing, that is your failing.
The failure is yours. No longer do your whispers crawl within my skull. No longer do I suffer beneath teachings that weaken us. And now you run in search of the Jedi. They are all dead, save one. And one broken Jedi cannot stop the darkness that is to come.
Perhaps we shall see.
What's wrong? Are you all right? Damn it, hold on. It's only a little farther. Don't give up on me now.
What happened to you? Huh? How do you know that?
Look, if she's in pain, then that pain's buying us time we can't afford to waste. Especially if Sleeps with Vibroblades gets tired of playing with her and decides to use us for practice next.
T3M4.
It's a utility droid. Looks like it's been hit with an ion charge and dumped here.
Yay! Everyone's second favorite droid. When it comes to the droids, you can pretty much just auto-level them. Well, yeah, pretty much. The game kind of knows what it's doing already when it comes to most of the party members. The only time you really need to level your own party members is if you want to do something specific with them. Otherwise, the game kind of already knows what needs to happen. Yeah, that's nice. It's good when it looks like you can click on a beacon, really.
Where that came from?
No one in combat, not the best time. Come on. So if you get the opportunity to level up while you're in combat, always take it. Because it instantly heals you. You know what, with as much as Atti's going down, I'm just going to go ahead and do this now. So they can't... So they can't critical strike him, because he can't handle being hit that hard. Alright, that should help him stay on his feet.
I hear you. More where that came from.
This door's magnetically sealed. I can't believe this. The ship's right out there, and we can't get to it. Huh? What is that piece of junk saying? How can you even understand that noise? Alright, well, if he can slice the door open from the terminal above, don't let me stop him.
settle this.
Get over here.
More where that came from. More where that came from. More where that came from.
Yeah, way more effective than force push.
Just say the word.
I love how the game auto-selects enemies on the other side of the freaking map instead of the one right in front of me. Because that would just make too much sense.
More where that came from. More where that came from. Time to even the odds.
I know I've said it before, but I'll say it again. Always recover the mines. Even if you don't use them, you can break them down. Now, this is actually hilarious. Normally, it would be this huge deal where you would need to go through the extra effort of trying to shut down the decontamination thing. So it's not poisoning everybody, because passing through it with your party would kill everybody human. So normally you got to spend a whole bunch of parts and spikes and yada 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 to be able to try to shut it down. But in this particular instance, both of my human party members already have an immunity to poison, so this should be kind of comical. look at that. Nobody's getting damaged. Success!
I hear you. I hear you.
Now, here comes the
Quick!
fun.
We're gonna need some time to fire up the engines. Let's give the laser turret a workout.
Mwah.
Alright, let's get out of here!
So, if you suck at that part, you end up having to clear the ship of the Sith that get aboard. However, I think we did a good job.
There is no time.
If they hit us, we're dead, but if they keep missing us, we're dead. It's great odds. Somebody shut that trash compactor up! Not with all these asteroids around us. We'd enter hyperspace in pieces. We have to clear that field first. Thing is, we clear the field and they're gonna have a clear shot at us.
What are the asteroids? They can be destroyed by us as well as them, can they not?
That'll take out the whole field, the colony, and maybe us. We might not even be able to jump to hyperspace in time.
Then we die here. Choose now.
Hold on! This is gonna get a little rocky. Well, now that we just killed a planet, maybe one of you can tell me what's going on. Because between assassin droids, a Sith Lord that looks like he sleeps with vibroblades, and being target practice for a Republic warship, I was better off in my cell.
The Republic warship was the Harbinger. It was seized on its way to Telos by the Sith. They sought you, Jedi. Because you are the last of the Jedi. Once you are dead, then they have won. Whatever lies you tell yourself are of no consequence. The Sith believe you to be a Jedi Knight, and that is all that matters. The Jedi Civil War destroyed the Jedi. By the war's end, barely 100 Jedi remained. Many fell in battle, and many more were seduced by Revan's teachings. Many Jedi blamed the teachings of the Jedi Masters for Revan's fall, and the civil war that followed. The Jedi Academy on Dantooine is nothing more than a crater that echoes with the ghosts of dead Jedi. And the Jedi Temple on Coruscant lies empty. The waters in the Room of 1,000 Fountains have fallen still, in reverence to the fallen Jedi, and those now lost. Perhaps. But they are Jedi no longer. If the Sith have not already slain them, then they will not help you, nor can you help them. Yes, to aid in the recovery effort there.
Not like we have much of a choice, the Peragus astrogation charts being what they are.
It is where we must go, and where the Harbinger was bound before our unfortunate encounter on Peragus. You were difficult to find, but coincidence was on our side. When I learned that you were on the vessel, I knew the Sith would not be far behind. When we intercepted the Harbinger, it was crippled, drifting in space. It was a simple matter to board the vessel and rescue you. Unknown to me, however, the Sith were already on board. Just as we made the jump to hyperspace, they fired upon us, nearly destroying the Ebon Hawk. Whatever occurred on board the Harbinger had rendered you unconscious. Though your thoughts were faint, I was still able to find you, sealed in one of the cargo holds. True. But as one trained in the Force, you know that true coincidences are rare. I do not know how the Ebon Hawk was able to make it to Be silent. We're having a conversation here.
Yeah, you tell her, T3.
Repaired this ship, my eye. Next thing you know, it's gonna claim credit for saving our skins. If that little noisemaker says it repaired the ship once, then it can prove it by doing it again. Go on, Gip!
That is not an easy question to answer. This threat is greater than you know, and I do not believe it is a battle that can be fought.
Look, Enough with the we already.
We cannot hope to triumph against them alone. To stop them, you will need weapons, allies, and a teacher. In the end, I fear it may not be enough. You fought in the Mandalorian Wars, and it cost you everything. You are not listening to me. This is not like any field of battle you have ever fought in. Think carefully on your choice. If you choose to fight, if you choose war, it is a path few turn from once the first steps are taken. It carries with it a terrible price. And in the end, you may find you have nothing left to sacrifice. Like so many, but we have...
Hey, don't stop your long, boring rants on my account. I was just getting sleepy-eyed.
Also in private, we will be mercifully free from the opinions of imbeciles and fools.
Look, not like I care or anything, but you might want to go check on our passenger, especially with that hand of hers. We're on autopilot until we hit Telos. Until then, a droid could fly this thing. Besides, I think our passenger could use your help.
Right, so honestly, to this day, I still don't know why she goes on and on about this choice you have about going to war and how you really need to think on it carefully, because you really don't have a freaking choice. It's not like you can just be like, no, you're right, let's be pacifists. It's so silly. I don't even know why it's in the game. They make such a big to-do about it for no reason. It's like, you're fighting these people regardless, so... If I remember correctly, because of all of the extensive modding that has happened in this game, those compartments are bugged, and I'm not able to open them. Which isn't the end of the world, but I'll try anyway. See if I can't get them open at some point. There was some kind of a secret compartment here too.
T3, there's not much time. I've seen that expression on her face before. Now, I don't know where she's planning on going, but it's dangerous. She's going to leave without telling me. I don't know why, but there's a chance that she'll take you. If she does, I need you to watch out for her. She's strong, but she can't face everything alone. Do what you can, T3. If she doesn't make it back, then I need you to come back, find help. If not me, then other Jedi, the Republic. I can't lose her, even if she wants to be lost.
So yeah, I was not able to ask him about those compartments in the main cargo hold. So in the normal version of the story that isn't totally modded to insanity, you're supposed to be able to inquire about these hidden compartments, and he has a key. If you pass his different checks and stuff, influence checks, then you're able to access it. He gives you the key. But I think that has since been bugged out of the game. Because yeah, I don't even see it as an option in here anymore. Apparently I can't do any more apparently right now.
Have you come for more answers? There is little more left to give. That does not surprise me, any more than you hearing my thoughts when we were apart. The pain, however, was unexpected. Save your pity. I am here to save you, not the other way around. I do not need your condescension nor your lectures. If anyone needs training and guidance, it is you. I do not know if it is possible, and I fear that had the pain been more intense, then the sensation you would feel upon my death might be less than that, though much quicker. Possibly, yes, and I fear it works both ways. I would not wish to test it, nor should you. When battle is upon... I confess its nature eludes me as well, but the bond is strong, and its roots run deep. It seems the force flows easily between us. When one of us manipulates the force to heal or strengthen ourselves, the other is aided as well. A powerful technique indeed, though... I do not know. The Sith struck more swiftly than I thought, and they will not stop until they have you in their grasp. If you fall, all the galaxy will echo it. It does not matter where we go. It is not the destination that matters. All paths will take us to the end, whatever it may be, and no matter how strongly we fight against it. For now. Before the war, Jedi who failed their training were sent to the fields of Telos to serve the galaxy, not as Jedi Knights, but as farmers and laborers. The destruction of Telos was complete. I doubt any Jedi remain. Yet there may be echoes of their passing. We shall see. Then I am left with nothing more than we had already. My faith. These Sith, they seek the death of all Jedi, as have all the Sith, since the Jedi Order was first split. Yes, the Jedi Civil War is not the first one of its kind. Thousands of years ago, the Jedi had another civil war that split the Order. It was a terrible thing. A faction among the Jedi abandoned the teachings of the Order, following their own path. They waged war on... But these fallen Jedi were cast out, defeated, and they retreated to worlds in the Outer Rim. Over time, they took on the mantle of the Lords of the Sith, but in their hearts they never forgot the Jedi. The hatred for the Jedi Order burns in their veins like fire and echoes in their teachings. In a manner of speaking, they are different from Malak in that they are concerned only with the destruction of the Jedi. It is a different war these Sith wage, a thing of silence and shadow. They strike from the darkness, hide after all the Jedi are gone. Then the galaxy is theirs, no matter whether the Sith or the Republic rules. It is the dark side that shall reign, unchecked. I believe them to be the result of special teachings. Their apparent weakness against you is evidence of this. Those Sith assassins can sense their prey through the Force. It is like a hunger. They feed and grow stronger when they are near Force sensitives. The stronger their prey is in the Force, the deadlier they become. As long as you were cut off from it, you were able to evade their sight. But after Paragus, I fear that you will be no longer shielded from their eyes, or the eyes of their masters. The stronger you grow, the more will come. Ask. Indeed. And if my suspicions are correct, perhaps the damage the Jedi Council did was not as permanent as they thought. It is not an easy thing to cut one off from the Force. What did you believe? That you suddenly lost your connection with the Force without reason? Indeed it is. It is much like losing one's ability to listen, or being put into a deep sleep, unable to awaken to the galaxy around you. Such a thing has been done before, when Jedi have pronounced sentence on their own, and exiled them as they did you. If not the Jedi, then what did you think was the cause of such a loss? War leaves many scars, but rarely does it blind one to the Force. If anything, conflict and challenge may make the connection stronger, more intense. No matter what horrors you experienced in the war, no matter who you served, it is unlikely that the Force would be lost to you unless another factor was involved. It is possible that such a thing can be undone. Still, even so, the chances of the Jedi undoing such a thing for a traitor is a slim thing at best, assuming they yet live. Our link may have had other consequences. Perhaps you can hear the Force again, distantly, through me. If so, then there is hope. I may be able to teach you, train you to feel the Force again, and if you will not allow me to help you, then other Jedi must train you, or undo the damage they have done. Do not honor me for... I offer to train you to become strong again, to know the ways of the Force. Then our training shall begin. Whenever I travel with you, I shall impart what I can to you. Ask, and I will answer. Much has happened in the galaxy in your absence, and since the defeat of the Mandalorians at Malachor 5. As you know, Revan and Malak went to war against the Mandalorians, and you followed under Revan's banner. As Revan and Malak fought the Mandalorians in battle after battle, they grew to despise weakness, just as the Mandalorians did. In the end, the Mandalorians had taught them through conflict, shaped the Jedi, and turned them into a weapon against the Republic. Revan and Malak, and all the Jedi that served them, turned against the Republic and the Jedi Order. Jedi fought Jedi. Revan was ambushed by the Jedi and captured. Malak continued to wage war in his master's place, inflicting terrible wounds on the Republic. Wounds that bleed still. As all Sith do without a strong enemy, the Sith turned on each other. Revan escaped the Jedi and returned to finish Malak, and that was the end of the Jedi Civil War. No one knows, certainly not I. After defeating Malak, Revan left the Republic, and there are none who know where she has gone. It is said that the Sith remnants turned on themselves after Revan defeated Malak, reducing Korriban to ruin as the Republic still bleeds and struggles for life. Where Revan wanders now, I do not know. It would seem that way from a certain point of view, perhaps. The Jedi Civil War left wounds that have yet to heal. We shall see if the Republic has the strength to survive. A culture's teachings, and most importantly the nature of its people, achieve definition in conflict. Too long did the Republic remain unchallenged. It is a stagnant beast that labors for breath, and has for centuries. The Jedi Order was the heart that sustained its sickness. Now the Jedi are lost. We shall see how long the Republic can survive. We shall see. The Jedi Civil War cost the Republic much. The resources of the Sith seemed limitless. The fleets of warships, soldiers, and people were lost. Entire planets were decimated, their inhabitants dead or refugees. And this new threat, it is a quiet thing. Unlike the Jedi Civil War, The Republic was never what was important, ever. It was but a shell that surrounds the Jedi, just as the teachings of the Jedi are a shell surrounding the heart of man. You see, the war, the true war, has never been one waged by droids or warships or soldiers. They are but crude matter, obstacles against which we test ourselves. The true war is waged in the hearts of all living things, against our own natures, light or dark. That is what shapes you are the battleground. And if you fall, the death of the Republic will be such a quiet thing, a whisper, that shall herald the darkness to come. I would see to that fool in the cockpit and remind him of our destination. I would not want him attempting to veer from Telos. He is a fool and an imbecile. His potential lies downwards, not up. Watch that one. His thoughts are slippery. I do not trust him, and nor should you. Such a man serves himself first and his allies next.
Hey, what's going on? Not too much. I was actually just about to go take a short break because I've been at it for almost 2 hours now. If you bear with me, I'll be back here in about 10 minutes or so. Alrighty, Give me about 10 minutes, maybe 15, probably just 10 though, and I shall return. Alrighty, I have returned. Sorry for the brief hiatus. Let's get back into it. It's definitely up there with me. I'm kind of at a weird place with it because I loved the first game. They were made by two different companies, and I loved the first one because I feel like the storytelling is better, but I love the second one because I feel like the gameplay is better. I'm inclined to agree with you on the most part, but I still feel like the story was better in the first one, not because it was just better hands down, but because it was more finished. They really rushed the game, and a lot of content got cut, and unmodded, you can tell. Well, not as much anymore because they patched it to kind of fix it a bit, but yeah, initially you could tell there was a lot that was missing, and if you get the restored content mod, you can see a lot that was missing. It was, which I have in here actually. So yeah, you get to see some of the stuff that was missing, and it's pretty heavy. I mean, it's just like ridiculous. It's like, man, there was so much planned for this game that they just wholesale started cutting out of it. No, absolutely not. I agree. In fact, Obsidian said time and again that they can't wait to tackle a third version of the game, and I can't wait to see it. Because I have to believe that it would be better than this one in every way. Yeah, and I've heard some rumors that they might actually get their shot here coming up, so something to look forward to. I did when it first came out. I'm not really a big fan of MMOs. About the only one that I was ever really able to tolerate for any kind of an extended period of time was the Star Trek Online game. I got into it when it was still beta, and foolishly thought that I could help shape the game in some way and keep it from sucking at some point in the future. I was wrong. They changed companies too many times, and eventually they just slid downhill to a point where even I wasn't willing to play it anymore. And I'm one of the biggest Star Trek nerds on the planet. That being said, so not a huge MMO fan, so I tried the Old Republic, and I liked what they were trying to do, but I couldn't get past the MMO of it. It just felt like there was too much they couldn't do because it was an MMO instead of a single-player game. And I just couldn't get past that, I guess. But yeah, I still appreciate what they were trying to do, you know. It's a good era of Star Wars that definitely deserves to be fleshed out as much as possible, so. I agree, yeah. But, you know, they do what they feel like the money is. For sure.
How's our passenger? She's still aging?
Hey, thanks for the follow.
Yeah, to you, maybe. I don't usually hear much beyond fool and imbecile. She's lucky she's a Jedi, or someone would have killed her years ago. I mean, how old do you think she is? She may have been good-looking once, but it takes some hard living to make creases like that. Hey, I just got out of prison. If we had a decent navicomputer, trust me, we'd be dropping out of hyperspace into the Nar Shaddaa Red Sector right now.
After spacing that old witch, of course.
I wish I could answer that question so badly. A little background on that. So, I can't remember the name of the company, Asper or something like that. They came along and they updated the game and fixed a lot of issues. And then so I was able to start using workshop mods and stuff like that. Came to realize that most of those mods are remakes of the old ones and not as good as those. So I dug through my old hard drives and found the vast majority of the mods that I used to use back in the day that aren't available anymore because the websites all went down. They're not named though because they're just, you know, in an override folder. So I can't really answer that question. I can tell you what's been modded, and that's just about everything. So that little container right next to the workshop where I got 1,000 components from, that's a mod addition. The fact that I can't access the hidden compartments anymore is because I have too many mods that have overwritten one another. The ability to make lightsabers in the workshop is absolutely modded. In fact, most of the items in there are modded additions, the ability to create robes and stuff like that. It has been modded to increase the difficulty as much as humanly possible because of how casual I've made the gameplay, so there's another modification. But pretty much everything. I have force power mods that have been added. Oh gosh, I can't even remember everything.
Like we have a choice? It's the only place Peragus had logged in their astrogation charts.
Well, if you thought Peragus was dead, then Telos is a dying world they're trying to breathe back to life.
Should be there before too long. You can check our course on the galaxy map if you want. It's on the wall behind you.
So, what happened? Don't give me that. There were plenty of times back on Peragus where a lightsaber would have been helpful.
Yeah, so I'm not supposed to have that yet.
Oh yeah? I thought a Jedi was supposed to be married to their lightsaber. Guess I heard wrong. Were you a single hilt or one of those double-bladed Jedi?
Huh. Figures. It wasn't red, was it?
Yeah? Unique how? Must have been something. Sure be nice to have it now. Might make those Sith think twice before coming after us.
Alright, forget I said anything. Like I said before, you can check our course on the galaxy map if you want. It's on the wall behind you.
To Telos! The only workshop mod I know for sure I have running at the moment is the Bearded Admin. Because I noticed some issues where I was like, clipping issues and stuff, and I was like, I bet you the beard will fix that. So I went and got it, and sure enough, it fixed all the issues. So. Oh, and I think I'm running a workshop mod that changes my current player's face so he has a beard too.
Control, Dock Module 126. Please remain where you are. Lieutenant Dahlgren will arrive shortly to meet you. That is all.
I don't like the sound of that. If they think we caused the explosion... Uh-oh. Here comes the welcoming party. They may not know what happened, so don't blow it.
I'm Lieutenant Gren, Telos Security Force. I'm under orders to take you into custody in regards to the destruction of the Peragus mining facility.
I'm not sure yet. It really just kind of depends. I'm gonna have to look through and see. It's been a long time since I played, so it's usually a toss-up between, I think it's Sentinel. Is that the middle one? And Guardian. I think the only thing that makes Guardian like really the bee's knees is the ability to like force jump to attack your opponents. But I have that force pull now, so I don't know. I might go with Sentinel. I don't know. We'll wait till we get there and make that call. I think it's Sentinel right now, or whatever the middle class is, like I said.
That as it may be, the circumstances of your arrival are suspect at best.
Cool.
Due to the nature of the
Watchman, that is what I
investigation,
usually do.
I have no specific
But
timetable
Weapon Master has
off
that
you.
Jedi jump.
In the meantime, your
so.
ship and any droids will have to be
I
given
don't know.
over for
We'll see when we
safekeeping.
get there. I did do the Jedi Master one, the Force-sensitive one.
Yes, that
one
includes
playthrough.
you. You are a droid, so you will be detained. In addition, we will have to take your personal arms and armor until the completion of our inquiry.
I did do the Force Power Heavy one through a playthrough once, like right after I installed the additional Force mods, and it was pretty insane because you just have so many Force points and they regenerate so fast. And with the new Force powers, you're a god. I mean, if you have the Force points, you're a god. And yeah, it was pretty amusing, but I decided it wasn't hard enough, so I don't generally take that path.
You are the only witnesses of the mining facility's destruction. Thus, it is necessary for us to keep you under surveillance until we have a better idea of what happened. If you are cleared of any involvement, your personal effects will be returned to you. You will be held briefly in the TSF station until living quarters can be arranged, at which point you will be placed under house arrest. Do you understand? Good. My men will relieve you of any arms and armor. Please follow me.
Tell me I'm not going to jail again.
Yeah, that's the one I was... yeah. Space Jesus. I think that's the one that I usually use, yeah.
You will be held here briefly. Living quarters are being arranged for you and your companions as we speak. Someone will return shortly to escort you to an apartment in Residential Module 082. As I said, this is only temporary while other arrangements are made. I'm sorry, but you'll just have to bear with us until then.
Well, we might be here for a while. Might as well get comfortable.
Someone is coming. So this is the last of the Jedi. I must admit, I'm a little disappointed. Doubtful, though at least it appears you have some spirit. The Exchange has a bounty on Jedi, you know. You're worth quite a bit of money.
The Exchange, huh? I'm pretty sure some two-bit pistol jockey like yourself isn't one of them.
Hey? I'm more than skilled enough to work for the Exchange.
You bounty hunters couldn't even win a fair fight. You're the cheapest, most worthless mercenary scum in the galaxy. I'd hire a Mandalorian over your filth in a second.
No Mandalorian could match my skills. No Mandalorian could have been clever enough to infiltrate this station, taken the identity of one of the guards, then...
Then what? Overloaded our force cage fields and made it look like an accident? You probably don't even have the guts to fight me. Pathetic.
Don't think overloading your cages had not occurred to me. You're wanted alive, but I doubt anyone will care as long as I bring them your corpse. The security cameras have mysteriously shorted out. There will be no witnesses to your escape attempt, during which I'll have been forced to kill you. By the time the TSF realize I'm not one of them, I will be far from this place. Easier for me then. Come, Jedi. It is time to die.
Hey, leave him alone. You want to fight? Then try me if you've got the guts.
You have goaded me once, and you shall not do so twice. But I shall dispose of all of you eventually. And an old woman, a fool, and a broken Jedi are no match to my skills.
So one thing that I always felt I got wrong in this particular scene is, and especially given the conversation you just get done having, He opens all the force cages at once. It's like, why not just one of them? Unless Asper fixed that. Let's find out, I guess. Oh, it did. Holy cow. Yeah, it used to open all of them at once. Cool. That's way more fitting.
Time to take you down.
Oh, nope, never mind. I was wrong.